Welcome to Taskrabbit Assembly. In this video I wanted to show you the top 5 tools that I use as a professional assembler. These tools will be in addition to basic tools like a hammer and a screwdriver. So the first one for me would be a drill. I use Ryobi, I have for years, I've never had issues. Things to remember when you're assembling furniture is to keep the torque down low and keep your clutch set pretty soft as well. I use around a 4, 5, or 6, and that'll stop the screws from going in too deep in the wood. So in addition to the drill, you're going to want basic things like a drill bit that's going to match the size of the anchor that you're using. This is the standard IKEA anchor that comes with most furniture now here in Canada. The 2-piece. So you want to match the size. In addition to that, lots of IKEA furniture uses the PZ2 bit, which is a little different than a standard bit. The way to tell if you require that bit is you see the regular slot, but you'll also see cross diagonal lines on there. That means it's a PZ2 bit. You can still use a regular bit if you have to, but they don't fit in there quite the same. I also have a magnetic extension for drawer rails and stuff like that where you need a little bit deeper. Now in addition to those tools, I have a stud finder. Pretty much all IKEA furniture nowadays wants to be mounted for safety reasons. This one will detect metal and electrical. And once you mark your spaces on the wall where you're going to be mounting, you want to make sure that there's nothing behind the wall there. It's okay if there's a stud, but you want to make sure there's no electrical or anything else back there that shouldn't be. The third one you're going to use quite often would be a level. This is just a short 12-inch level, but it's perfect for furniture or wardrobes. You always want to make sure that your furniture is perfectly level. The drawers might not work properly, and in wardrobes, the doors might not line up properly. So it's important to have a level. I'll put an Amazon link to this as well. Next, I have a hex bit set. Although I've lost one already, unfortunately. There are about 3 or 4 in here that are pretty common for IKEA furniture, and that's going to speed you up quite a bit from these regular type of Allen keys. Especially with something like a Kellex shelf, it's much quicker to use one of these. But again, you have to make sure that on your drill, you have those clutch settings very low and the speed set to low. That's important. You don't want to over drill those screws right into the wood. Now I'm going to give an optional piece of equipment here that you can purchase if you're doing maybe IKEA wardrobes and you have a bunch of them to do, or maybe something with drawers, a dresser you want to put handles on. This is a jig that I got on Amazon. It's fairly simple to use. You're going to put these pieces together. One size has millimeters, one size has inches. I typically use inches. I'm in Canada here and that's what I'm used to. So I'll just show you really quickly how to put this together and how it works. This is a great jig, and I'm going to put a link to the Amazon page in the description. So we're going to line that up right in the middle. Now we've got one on one side, one on another side. Let's see, our handles are 6 inches apart. Just for an example, we'll do 3 inches and 3 inches on either side. And then this goes on this way, and that will go against the door. So you want to measure where you want the handles. And here's a really quick demo of this jig in action. I do have another video showing how to drill IKEA PAX door handles using this jig. Just check my channel for that, and I'll link it at the end of the video as well. So this is a great tool. It's fairly inexpensive. It's an option if you're doing multiple doors. These tools that you can purchase from IKEA are okay, but they're not great. A lot of the handles from maybe Rona or Home Depot or any of the other hardware stores may not line up to the holes properly. And that's the reason why I have this jig now. You're better to invest a little bit. I think this was around $34 at the time of purchase. But again, I'm going to put the link. There are all kinds like this on Amazon. I purchased this one because I like that it had steel holes, so you can't stretch the holes with a drill bit. And it's aluminum, so it's a very solid, straight device. It's not going to mess up your holes on you. And if my tutorials helped you out today, the easiest way to help me back is to hit those like and subscribe buttons.